Before we continue with the awards, okay, let me just give you another side of the story, okay? Because we've heard earlier about the impact through our Solar Access program with our MFI partners, which is part of our marketplace programs. This time, we will highlight the projects and the impact we had from philanthropy programs. Again, I am Alan Andrada, your Hybrids Program Innovations Officer. Throughout the years, we've been supporting the following end user segments. Can we have the slides? Thank you. Next slide, please. For the end user segments, next po, we have households, institutional facilities, livelihood, community services, emergencies to rural, off-grid, and poorly electrified communities in some parts of the country. Our philanthropy programs are, next please, energy poor communities, schools, community clinics or barangay health centers, agriculture and fishery, community centers as meeting areas of emergency responses as well. Though, through which we create projects that addresses the need of our target market. For the year 2020 to 2021, these are our philanthropy projects. We have empowering communities. We have self-shine program with SVF. We have solar library. We have community center solarization. We have solarizing COVID-19 quarantine control points. We have solarizing barangay health workers. And we have solarizing LSI or locally stranded individual shelters. Also under emergencies, we have emergency relief program. We will be highlighting under this presentation 3 stories from our different programs. Let's begin with our COVID response. Isabel Ayala, one of our interns, will be sharing this story.
Hi everyone, happy Impact Day. My name is Isabel Ayala and I interned for Hybrid last summer 2020 working on impact reports, including one on Hybrid's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Today I will be giving a brief summary of the impact of Hybrid's Quarantine Control Points program. When COVID-19 hit the Philippines, the government implemented a nationwide stay-at-home quarantine on March 16, 2020, in order to slow down the spread of the pandemic. To restrict non-essential travel, thousands of quarantine control points, or QCPs, were established between towns by local authorities. Each QCP was manned by a combination of military personnel, Philippine National Police, local government unit personnel, barangay personnel, and barangay health workers. Frontliners in QCPs were faced with a challenging, dangerous, and uncomfortable task. They had to complete their duties of monitoring travel and enforcing public health protocols while being exposed to the elements 24/7, often lacking access to electricity and PPE. So, Hybrid's response was to launch the Solarizing COVID-19 Quarantine Control Points program, which supplied solar lighting systems, fans, radios, and PPE to 134 of the most disadvantaged QCPs. Reaching 40 municipalities across 9 provinces required that every part of our network, from donors to network partners to solaristas to local officials, work together. We were strategic in choosing QCPs in order to maximize impact and ensure sustainability. Our main criteria for installation were that checkpoints were unelectrified, rural, and located near to one of our solar hubs, so that they could be easily institutionalized into our existing customer service network for long-term effectiveness. Integrating the QCPs into our network was essential for the program to operate and have the impact on COVID-19 prevention that it had. Our first main objective was to slow the spread of the pandemic by equipping QCPs with much-needed resources to effectively battle the virus. We provided solar lighting systems, fans, and radios to ease their daily operations. In an impact report conducted in the first month of the program, we found that 99% of frontliners believed our solar products significantly helped to slow the spread of the virus. Frontliners elaborated on their own experiences with the product. With light at night, they were able to continue their duties of temperature checks and vehicle inspection around the clock. The radio provided access to time-sensitive COVID-19 updates. Without lights, their role as centers of community protection was hindered. Our products allowed for QCPs to be visible to their communities, allowing them to serve their communities more effectively. Our second objective was to attend to the needs of frontliners in the field by improving their quality of life. We found that frontliners reported significant impact in terms of comfort, safety of frontliners, and communication. 94% of frontliners reported feeling safer at night. For example, solar lights gave frontliners ease of mind for their personal safety, especially in avoiding vehicular accidents. Under the blistering sun and threat of mosquito-borne diseases, the solar fans provided great relief. Even as QCPs were disbanded, our solar products continued to impact communities. Solar units were repurposed and redistributed amongst our network of barangay health workers and local governments. To this day, our solar units are still in use, proving to be a sustainable solution to the challenges presented by the pandemic. This effort would not have been possible without the help of each and every part of our network. So thank you to all our network providers who helped us implement the program. Our solar hubs, our MFI partners, specifically ASHI, the local government units and police, Zolora, and our PPE donors. A special thank you to our generous financial donors whose donations allowed us to realize this program to fight against COVID. It really is amazing what we can get done when we work together. So we thank you, all of you, for being a part of the Hybrid Impact Network, especially at a time like now.
All right. Thank you, Isabel, for that. Thank you to our implementing partners and donors for that, for the COVID response that we did. Our next impact story is from our emergency response. Can we have the slide, please? Thank you. Last year, the Philippines was hit by Super Typhoon Ulysses, followed by two more strong typhoons. Most affected were our comrades in Albay, Quezon, Rizal, and Cagayan. Solar equipment was greatly appreciated since power was not restored for months in some affected communities. Our partner from Cagayan has something to share.
I'm here with our Amulong Mayor Rendon. Nandito kami sa National Highway, impassable na dito sa may Akilay. At as you can see, wala. Maski trucks, even pickups and trucks, impassable. Cannot. This is a national highway, so we hope to get some dump trucks or major trucks that could perhaps pass through here and at least help cross some people. Right now they're thinking about little boats, but again, this is the national road, as you can see, all the people behind me. National road on the east side of Cagayan province, ang Kiray Amulong.
Greetings, hybrid donors. On behalf of Rebuild Cagayan, I am Jonathan Giab Kamkam, the chairman, and we want to thank you for your generosity, for your compassionate heart to help those who were in need during the Ulysses flood last November of 2020. And 9,111 families were affected, and 37 out of 47 barangays were totally flooded. Many did not have power, no light. Because of your help, Rebuild Cagayan, we were able to start a program at that time that was called Ilaw sa Bahay, Ilaw sa Buhay. Light a home, light a life. We gave each family Bibles and solar lamps so that they would have light in need at night. For that, we want to thank you. That every barangay received solar flood lamps. It gave them hope. So for this, we want to thank you on behalf of Rebuild Cagayan, on behalf of all the flooded families, all 9,111 families. Again, our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to you, hybrid donors, for your generosity. God bless you, and may God prosper all the works of your hands. Maraming
Thank you, Pastor Jonathan. Thank you to our implementing partners for that project that we had for emergency relief program. We have Victory Church Fellowship. We also have ASHI, SEDP, and Operations Compassion. Our program donors, we have Fair Planet. Thank you, Fair Planet, for your generosity. Victory Church, Mr. Mike C., Pastor Jonathan Kamkam, and Miss Binky D. Bunsho. Thank you so much. And all other donors that we haven't mentioned, thank you so much. We also have another one from our friends from the Solar Village Foundation. They are making a difference in the lives of indigenous people communities by providing solar access to various sectors such as education. The executive director of Solar Village Foundation, our sister, mommy, and friend, Miss Bambi Reyes, is here with us. Miss Bambi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Alan. Good afternoon, everyone. Marayang hapon sa Gabos. Um, is my audio okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, pasensya na because I'm in Mindanao right now, and the internet, the signal is very bad. So, if I get cut off, Jim, I would really appreciate if you take over if I get cut off.
No
But
problem,
again,
Vance. Anytime. Basta ikaw.
okay, salamat. Again, thank you everyone. I'm Bambi from Solar Village Foundation, and I'd like to thank Hybrid, Jem Ayala, and the whole Hybrid HSSI family for not just for this invitation, but for being a longtime partner to the Solar Village Foundation. HSSI has been a strong partner since 2011 when the foundation was reborn, and they're not just a technical provider, but they're also a donor to the foundation. So every month they donate a certain percentage of the sales to the foundation. So again, maraming salamat. Is the slide ready, Alan?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The Solar Village Foundation is an NGO that is basically the mission is to empower rural isolated communities all over the country through access to sustainable solar energy solutions. So buzzword po talaga, very important for us ang sustainable solar energy solutions. And we're able to do this because of the technical partnership with Hybrid and all our other technical partners, because we value the quality of the products that we put out there in the communities. Gusto ko lang din ikwento na when we say remote, we operate basically on areas that are isolated, considered isolated, totally off-grid. So imagine na kailangan mong mag-trek for minimum of 2 hours to reach a community or to ride a small bangka para makarating sa isang isla. That's where we operate. At kadalasan po, ito ay uplands, inland, lowland, or locked in coastal communities. And for us, we work towards the realization of our mission by making sure that we are facilitating development with dignity for each of our partner communities. And to achieve that, we have a very diverse range of programs, but most of it are anchored towards strengthening education and strengthening disaster resiliency for the community. So I will not go into details because, but for all of these programs, it's important for us to recognize and appreciate and work with the community in consideration of their value system, of their identity, and of their visions and plans for themselves. According to the government, there are about 50,000 isolated villages in the country, which estimates about 10 million Filipinos nationwide. Sige. And for these, unfortunately, most of them, basic necessities, the basic services are very poor or halos hindi talaga makuha. So for us, what we do is really partner with communities and work with them over time to empower not just the community, but with the education and the individuals within each community. So I'd like to share a video of one of our partner recipients. His
Ano yung pangarap mo nung bata ka?
Gusto ko pong mag-teacher po. Nung bata pa ako. Ako po si Jello Uday. Nagmula po sa Sitio Laginan. Sa tribo namin, wala namang teacher po. Pagbalik ko dito, kung makapag-aral na ako ng college, may magtuturo na sa kanila ng kadayalek talaga nila. Sa ngayon, ang Laginan, kami yung unang makapagtapos dito ng grade 12. Kaya, naisip ko rin na mag-graduate ko, gusto ko mag-kolehiyo. Dahil dito sa amin, wala rin naman nangarap ng gano'n. Sa simbahan ko, may nagsabi sa akin na may scholar daw, take exam. Nagdasal talaga ako, sabi ko sa Panginoon. Hindi naman tumasama yung intention ko para naman makatulong ako sa mga katribo ko pagdating ng panahon. Nahihirapan talaga ako minsan pero iniisip ko lang na pag may goals ka sa buhay at gusto mong mangarap, gawin mo talaga lahat para maabot mo.
Thank you for sharing that video. Jello is just one of the many of the thousands of faces that the Solar Village Foundation has reached out to, and of course it's not possible without the help of our partners, including and we're very grateful to HSSI for the long-term partnership. So this is our track record from 2015 to October 2020. But according to the Department of Education, there are 9,000 last mile schools. There are 9,000 schools like Laginan Integrated School where the children do not really have access to good quality services because of isolation, not because of the lack of passion of the teachers and the Department of Education, but it's because of their location and their isolation. So we hope that we can achieve more. We're just in 85 schools. Let's all work together to reach out to more schools. And again, hybrid HSSI to the HSSI family and to everyone working together to bringing the light in isolated remote communities. Thank you very, very much. You don't know how one simple light can spark the light of hope in one person and in one community. So maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Miss Bambi Reyes of Solar Village Foundation. Thank you so much. We miss you. And so
Thank you,
today,
Thank you, Bobby.
Ingat! Maayong hapon sa tanan. Sorry, I have to go.
thank you. So to continue, the hybrid impact network approach. With all these programs that we have been working on and with previous programs that we did, this is our approach. we partner with like-minded and like-hearted NGOs and donors. That supports our advocacy basically. We also would like to work with the communities to empower them, not just of a one-off event, but we want to make them realize and really appreciate the program for them to maximize the impact. Also, we make sure it is sustainable. Our products are of high quality and can last for years, and so is our commitment to be of service. Impact metrics or reporting back to donors is very important for transparency and appreciating their part in the cause we are making. Replicable programs are in place so that we make sure that whenever we go to places where our help is needed, rest assured that the program implementation and with the help of the network together, we can make it happen. So, be part of the solution, the hybrid social solutions. Thank you to our donors and to our partners. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.